Happy Halloween. Stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to another episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host JC, and today we get to take the mystery out of the Barra 009. But before I get into that, let me touch on something real quick. I've been out of it for the last couple of weeks or so. If you guys notice, I haven't responded to probably quite a few messages or what have you, comments or what have you. Normally I do. Unfortunately, my little girl Mika, my Shiba Inu, that's Nitro's sister. Nitro is the official Airgun Detectives mascot, and this is Nitro's sister. Out of the same litter. She,
Mika, what do you think?
She unfortunately drowned in my pool a couple of weeks ago, and I was like 1 minute too late to saving her. It's beyond frustration. It really is. So I have totally been out of it. So I'm dedicating this episode, obviously, to little Mika in her memory, because I figured it's going to be embossed. It'll be there forever. But those of you know there's just more to life than air guns are doing this. There's a lot of personal things that happen to all of us behind the scenes. In front of this camera, it's great. This looks like we review air guns, blah, blah, blah. Perfect little life. But there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And that happens with every one of you. And I realize that. And I'm in touch with a lot of you, whether comments, emails, what have you. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know. There's that human side to us. So once again, my advice to you guys is, man, live every day like it's your last one and enjoy your loved ones. And those of you that are really close to your dogs, you know exactly what I'm going through. She's not just my dog, she's part of my family. So anyway, so let's move on and let's get into the Barra 009. And by the way, you guys have an opportunity, if you hadn't, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel, really helps us out. I appreciate that so much. And if you like the video, share it. Share it with some people that maybe like air guns or what have you. Because sometimes I wonder, it doesn't seem like these videos flow around YouTube very easily. Anything that's involved with a gun, whether it be an air gun or a regular gun. But anyway, the Barra 009. This is the box it comes in. It's pretty cool. At least it comes in a box. Let's show you what you get here when we open up the box. All right, we obviously, you get a nice little manual here. Just wanted you guys to see it. It's got some good pictures and good instructions here. You get a manual. They actually give you a little packet of BBs and a Allen wrench that you can use to, for the magazine to put in the CO2. But let's talk about our actual gun here. Let's take this. You guys saw this stuff. This is good. Let's move this off to the side. Let's get a little stand here. So we've got our magazine. Anyway, the Barra 009. It's got a full out drop-out magazine. This, if you don't know, this is CO2 powered. 12 gram CO2 shoots our 5.1 grain BBs. And I like the zinc BBs myself. But the great thing about this is it's both semi and full automatic. And it's full blowback. If you notice this, it goes all the way back. It's got a terrific sight picture. If you look at it, it's got the white squared out in the back, and then you got the white dot in the front, so you guys can see that. It's really neat. For full auto or semi-auto, it's simply switch the little switch on the side. There's a double dot for full auto, a single dot for semi-auto. That's simple. There's a little rail on the front if you want to put a laser or a flashlight, something of that sort, which is pretty cool. The magazine itself, it holds the CO2. It's very hefty. It's an 18-round magazine. And let me show you the cool thing about this. So you guys have seen some of these magazines where you got to hold your finger and you just can't hold it back. This actually, you can actually bring this one down and lock it out. Of course, I don't have any fingernails here, but you bring this out and it locks out just like that. So then you can just fill your BBs, and then when you're done, you just kind of flip that over and it goes forward. So that's pretty cool, actually. Anyway, this looks kind of familiar, kind of like that gun that starts with a G. So obviously there's some significant differences, but there's a lot of similarities too. The gun itself is 7 3/4 inch long. It weighs about 1.7 pounds, has a 4-inch barrel. It's got a polymer frame. This is all polymer, and this is weapons grade polymer. It feels fantastic in the hand. And then you have your steel slide, or your metal slide rather, not steel, but your metal slide here. They claim it'll shoot 300 up to about 325 feet per second. So, but the really cool thing is, like I said before, it's got the option of semi-auto and fully auto. You guys saw in the beginning in the intro, it's a great pumpkin carver too as well. But anyway, this is your overall gun, really cool. But let's go out and see how it performs. Let's run it through our usual test, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So stay tuned for the next segment.
All right, let's test out our Barra 009 over the chronograph. I'll just shoot 5 shots. We'll average it out. It's not overly warm day, not overly cool day, just about your average temperature. It's probably in the low 70s, 71, something like that. Anyway, let's just shoot 5 shots. We'll see how it averages. We're going to be using the Barra 5.1 grain zinc BBs. Barra BBs and a Barra gun. Not bad. All right, let's just shoot 5 shots and see how we make out. All right, shot number 1. 309. Shot number 2. Error. All right, let's see if we can get another one. 303. 299. 303. And let's do one more. 306. There you go. A little over 300 feet per second average. That's kind of what we expected out of that. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's test out our Barra 009 here for a little accuracy. We're going to go ahead and shoot just the 5.1 zinc BBs. Actually, Barra puts these out. We're going to go ahead and shoot these. And we're just going to shoot 5 shots, and we're just going to see how well it groups. We'll be using these 8-inch splatterburst impact targets, which are pretty cool. I'll leave you guys a link down below for them. But we're just going to shoot 5 shots, and again, just see how well it groups. Go ahead and take a look. We're our usual 32 feet, 10 meters back. Go ahead and take a quick look. All right, so let's just shoot 5 shots and see how we make out here. Remember, we're going for grouping. Doesn't necessarily have to hit the bullseye, but we're going for grouping. All right. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Well, you see our grouping. I pretty much aim towards the center, shooting off a little bit to the left, and actually a little high, a little low right there, but you can compensate that. Don't forget, we're 32 feet back, smoothbore BB pistol, so not too bad, actually, not too bad of a group. Well, let's move on to the next segment. All right, we got our 009 here. Let's test the trigger weight. We'll test the pull weight on this. We got our trusty Lyman trigger gauge. We'll give it a pull, see what we got. All right. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. Let's do one more. I'm just curious about this, because it's tough to get on this. It's got that little safety there. So let's just do one more. Yeah, 3 pounds, 9 ounces. Okay, so yeah, it's 3.5, just under 4 pound trigger. Really nice trigger, I do have to say. It does have a great trigger on it. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a little plinking with our 009 with a little Halloween theme going on here. Anyway, we're, I'll show you real quick. We're usual 32 feet, and go ahead and take a quick look here. You can see we got a couple rows of stuff there. Little Halloween theme going on. Let's just see how well we do. This is the fun part, remember? Plinking, always the fun part. All right, let's see how well we do. All right, let's start with the top left. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Yep, yep. Actually put a couple through that one. All right, let's change out our magazines here. Because the great thing about our 009 is fully auto. You just gotta love that. See how quick it went through those BBs? Yeah, and not only carves a pumpkin, but it does wonders on glass bottles too. All right, let's move on to the next segment.
All right, let's wrap this up with our conclusion here. How'd our Barra 009 do? Outstanding, of course. I think it's fantastic. Whew, it really did a good job. Boy, this gun is really, really fun to shoot. But like anything else, let's get to the negatives. I don't have any negatives with this one. I really don't. It's a great performer. So let's get on to all the positives. Oh, and by the way, I didn't cover this in the beginning, but I'll cover this now. There actually is a manual safe on it right here where it looks like the serial number. This is actually a tab. This locks back. You can lock this. When the gun's cocked, you can actually lock this back and it will keep it from firing. Then you move it forward, obviously, to fire. So it does have a manual safe. It's pretty slick where it's hidden, by the way. Anyway, let's get back into this. What I love about it, the build quality on this is amazing. It really is. It is so solid. It really is. When you're holding this, I'm telling you, it feels like an authentic firearm. It really does. It feels so good. This polymer is just outstanding. I like the blowback on it. It's very crisp. There's no question about each time that thing fires and that slide's moving, you can definitely feel it. I like the trigger. The trigger is really good. It's very smooth and predictable. I like the fact they put a little rail on here if you want to put a laser on this, so you can just be a lot more precise in your aiming. Because you know the fixed sights sometimes are not perfect. As you saw, this shot a little bit to the left, but you know you just got to kind of compensate for it. But if you put a laser or something on it, it can be exactly at the point of aim. I like the dropout magazine here. And you can obviously get spare magazines, but the valve's in here, so if you ever have any issues with that, you can just replace it with another magazine. 18 rounds, very authentic looking, very heavy duty. I love the dropout magazine. I like the fact that obviously this will lock back when it's empty, and then the best part of it is the fact that you can choose between fully auto and semi-auto, because there's just something fun when you go full auto on it. And you know what? Our accuracy was not horrible. Think about it, 32 feet, 10 meters, roughly right around an inch. That's not bad. That's, I said anytime that you can get that out of a smoothbore BB pistol, I think you're doing really, really well. So this is fantastic, and I'm gonna give this 5 stars without a doubt. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives. I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. I hope the little ones get to dress up and have a good time and get plenty of candy, that's for sure. So until next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget, this is where we take the mystery out of the airgun.